I want to talk about it for a moment because the power of this knowledge will shift your well being in a way that's unrecognizable. I'm not telling you to measure your food or how much to eat or what to eat, actually, even. I'm saying what each food does for your health. I'm letting you know what lemon essential oil does. Takes the microplastics out of your intestinal tract. Walnuts for your brain health. Cashews for your emotional well being. And then you choose how you feel and what you need and how to neutralize what you can't control. And that's huge because I'm going to tell you, I'm living in a toxic house. I have carpet here. Carpet's got PFAs in it, forever chemicals. Well, since I'm in an apartment, not a house really, an apartment, guess what? I can't take the carpet out. So I have to neutralize every day. We run these diffusers all the time. And so there are solutions for just about every situation. If it's not covered in the program, you call me. You make a smart, you make an appointment. But for $99, you can have your life back. And that's my gift to the world. Because it's like as my husband said, it's kind of more like a college course in terms of all the intense information. So that's my plug. Now you have some courses that are they still available or what's going on? Because I didn't keep up.
Yeah, they're gonna be on my website forever and ever until I get the calling to not have them on there. So yeah, they're digital courses and they're available at all times. And the cool thing with them is they have different pieces and parts to them, but every single one of them has a 30-minute session with me. So it'll be an intuitive session, whether it's, coaching, it'll probably be depending on, the individual, it'll probably be a combination of reading and coaching. So that's really exciting. And then I also do have something that starts January 5th, where it's a 6-month group program called Activation
Mm-hmm.
or Activate rather. I'm sorry. Activate, where we activate certain energies every single month. And there's one group call where we do an Akashic Records journey. We bring up that energy, we call it in, and then weekly thereafter for the rest of the month, I send every member their own individual activation so that we can not only activate these energies, but then create and build the momentum so that it takes form and really holds, because we can do energy work, we can do mindset work, but unless we embody it, unless we integrate it, and that can take time. It doesn't have to, but it can take time. So the goal of this is to help you integrate these energies so then they become natural to you and your body feels comfortable in those energies. And it may be self love, that you're needing to embody. And I mean, a lot of us do, right? And like you said, Jody, it's not usually a one and done. We usually have to continue in our life because every time that we get to another level, every time we up level, every time we learn a lesson and it's like, oh, it's almost like the blinders come off and we feel like we're seeing the world in a different way. Well, we're still going to have to go back and a lot of times revisit those lessons that we learned from, when we were way back there. They will just show up differently. And
Yeah.
because we're seeing things in a different way. So we constantly need to be working on embodying those different energies.
Amen. And actually, which is why I am doing this other group, which is so I'm also doing two groups, and they're starting the middle of January, and I don't have dates yet, but I've been talking to a lot of people about it. And it's a group of women capping up at 15 and a group of men capping up at 15. And during the course, it's going to be 10 courses, 10 sessions together, all here at where I live in Georgia. You can pipe in over Zoom. You will get the same effect if you need to. So there's 15 people per group, and we meet every other week. So, week one it might be men, the next week it's women. And the purpose is to level up our consciousness, remove timelines, integrate, like you said, to support a shift in the mindset. And whoever does this class with me, also gets the functional food program for free, and which is a $99
Awesome.
value. Mm-hmm. And so and I'm going to tie that back, by the way, to self-love. So it's $100 for each session. So it's $1,000 total, but each session is 2 hours. So by you bringing together, by bringing together, I can reduce my fees to $50 an hour because we're going to bring in more people. And so we'll have the dates starting in January. So if reclaiming your health, both spiritual and physical and emotional, is what you want to do, and you want to do it with a group, the men's group, I think, is probably almost full, because we have 10 men from one other place and 2 from another. The women's group are still building right now. Then let me know, because it's $1,000, and for the 10 courses, for the 10 sessions, and then you get the functional food program for free. So that's
Awesome.
kind of that. So let me tie that back to self-love. It's hard to love yourself when you feel like crap. And you feel like crap when you're putting toxins in your body. And it messes with your brain health and your emotional health. And so if you're eating things or taking medications like I was, or any other type of synthetic, then it becomes very hard for your brain and your body to process what it needs to process. And our brain is 60% fat. And when we take synthetics, those synthetics get stored in our fat cells. I did a post on this. I said, our brain is 60% fat, and, synthetics get stored in our fat cells. I said, get the picture yet? Really? So that's my gig.